Hey there hunters, Lord here, back with another Monster Hunter Wilds video. In today's video, I'm excited to let you guys know that spread bowguns are finally back. They are extremely viable after Title Update 2. Thanks to Seregios, we have practically infinite capacity for spread level 3s, meaning you basically never have to reload, but we will touch a little bit more on that in a bit. So let's go ahead and jump straight into the video. So with the addition of the new Seregios heavy and light bowguns, we actually have some extremely viable spread 3 bowguns now here in Monster Hunter Wilds, as they come with 2 new skills, one being blade scale loading, where if you perfectly dodge an attack while your weapon is drawn, you will gain 3 extra shots in your spread normal and pierce ammos that deal 40% extra damage. But the second skill coming on the Seregios bowguns that actually makes this even better is evading reload. So anytime you evade while you are missing a shot in your clip, it will reload once. The only place I've noticed that this doesn't work is in the rapid fire gauge. Using burst step does not count as a reload, but just your quick little shimmy with heavy or light bowgun, or even the slide with light bowgun, does count as an evade and will reload a single shot. So basically the damage loop looks something like this. You're going to shoot, shimmy, and then shoot. And with that, you have effectively infinite ammo and no reload animation. Now, I did go ahead and look at the frame data, and it looks like it is a little bit slower over the course of about 3 shots between just shooting normally and doing the shoot, shimmy, and then shoot again. So after 3 shots of spread level 3, which is a full magazine, the shooting, then shimmy to reload, then shooting, then shimmy to reload is about 6 frames slower when recorded at 60 FPS. However, it makes up for that by not having to go through the reload animation. So overall, it's actually a little bit quicker and more DPS uptime, as you're not spending any time reloading. You're just doing a quick shimmy, which actually, if you do it as soon as you can after shooting the spread 3, will cancel a little bit of the recoil animation, making this a completely viable way to play spread 3. And because this play style with this weapon is so good, we're effectively dash dancing with bowguns. Shoot, dash, shoot, dash, shoot, dash. I mean, we're playing bow. We're playing bow, but with bowguns and spread ammo.
And your wallet.
Nick, give him your wallet.
What for?
He's got a
bow.
That's not a
Bow.
That's a
bow. Alright, so with the general basics of how we're going to be using spread 3 out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into some sets. I've been working very closely with Damo and Harold in my Discord. They are some of the best bowgun optimizers. They helped create, alongside a bunch of other fantastic bowgun players, the main bowgun document. And so in talking with them, we were able to come up with a few different sets. So the first one I will be showing you is from Damo, and we'll be talking about some ways to customize it overall, and then the final set will be one that I made that has the highest damage potential overall without going into something like heroics. But with that out of the way, let's go ahead and jump first into Damo's set. Of course, we're going to be using the Seregios heavy bowgun or light bowgun. Works with both. The only thing that will change is your mantle. If you are rocking with light bowgun, you're going to want corrupted mantle in order to get the rapid fire gauge back faster. And if you're using heavy bowgun, you're going to, of course, want evasion mantle. Now, that's, of course, not to say you have to use those mantles. If you like evasion mantle for light bowgun or corrupted mantle for heavy bowgun, or if you don't like either, you want to use rocksteady or vitality, of course, the choice is completely up to you. I'm just letting you know what is the best overall option. It's up to you whether or not you want to use those or use a different one. So in the Insurrection Cannon, we're going to be dropping in a Crit Jewel 3, Crit Jewel 2, and an Opener Jewel. Then the head is the Guardian Fulgur Helm Beta with a Mighty Jewel. The chest is also Guardian Fulgur Beta with a Mighty, and then up to you on the level 1 slots. The arms are the Ray Sandbraces Gamma with 2 Challenger Jewels. We then have the Gore Coil Beta with a Challenger and Evasion Jewel. The Gore Greaves Beta with a Chain and 2 Sane Jewels. And then the Exploiter Charm 2 for the first variation of this set. Now again, with Heavy Bowgun, this set is designed around us using the Evasion Mantle, so we only have Evade window level 1. Evade window level 1 plus the evasion mantle gives us effectively evade window level 5, and this is very important to have to get those 3 extra shots that we get from blade scale loading that deal 40% additional damage, as well as just getting a fat damage boost from evasion mantle in the first place. Having those extra shots plus evasion mantle is actually around a 65% damage increase, so it's very important that even though we're using heavy bowgun and it has a shield here, we're going to want to dodge through attacks. It's a little counterintuitive, but once you get used to the playstyle, it's actually very, very easy to do, especially, again, like I said, with evade window level 1 and the evasion mantle. You have evade window level 5, so you have a ton of iframes and forgiveness in order to get that extra damage. Again, these sets are pretty nuts. Just when you thought it was over, from the depths of despair, came an insurmountable "we are so fucking back, boys. Glutton is back. We're missing some capacity, but damn, this is so good. I'm super psyched. I really, really think you guys should give this a try. If you're missing the Glutton of old or just spread playstyle in general, it's still not quite the same as some of the older games, but this is really, really fun. I feel like you can use this anywhere, at any time, and it will be extremely viable. Another option here for customizing the set is simply swapping out the Wex charm for the evade window charm. So this variation is going to work best in 2 scenarios. One, if your evade mantle is on cooldown and you're not able to use it and you still want to be able to dodge through and get that extra ammo that deals 40% more damage, getting evade window level 5 and only dropping 10% crit is pretty good. And then, of course, if we are using light bowgun and you're running the corrupted mantle, you're still going to want to be able to easily evade through attacks. Again, if you're pretty good at this game, you get away with evade window level 1 or level 2. But for just general forgiveness, being able to customize this set to fit in evade window level 5 is super nice, as again, that bonus ammo that you get from blade scale loading deals 40% more damage, so getting that as often as possible is going to help cut your hunt times down drastically. A few other things you could change is if you want some more comfort or different variations of skills. Say on a shorter hunt you want to fit in ambush level 3, you can go ahead and drop the evasion charm and get in the ambush charm and an ambush deco. That way, on those shorter hunts, you'll have that 15% extra damage after performing a sneak attack. You can, of course, drop evade window level 4 and get windproof 3 for certain fights like Zoshia, where windproof is extremely, extremely useful. Or you could choose to, again, drop that charm and get earplugs level 3. Now, the reason that we have opted for the Fulgur/Gore setup for all of these different sets is because maximum might was reverted back to its older state, where if you drop below your maximum stamina for too long, it takes a lot longer to get max might active again. So having the extra stamina bar from Second Wind 1 by having 2 pieces of Guardian Fulgur armor allows us to, every time we shoot, then shuffle, then shoot, then shuffle, the stamina recovers fast enough within that extra bar of stamina that you will never ever drop out of max might range. You basically have to roll 3 times in a row without ever shooting in order to drop out of max might. So by having effectively 100% maximum might uptime, this set is going to benefit a lot from crit boost, which of course we are running on both variations of this set. Now, the final variation of the set is one I threw together very quickly. Of course, Insurrection Cannon. We're still going to be using the Guardian Fulgur Helm beta, the Numinous Shroud beta, Guardian Fulgur Vambraces beta, Gore, Coil, and Greaves beta, but then I opted for the Counter Charm 3. As far as decorations go, Evasion, Challenger, 2 Mighty, a Tenderizer, then I went for a Jumping Jewel in the final level 2 slot, as well as a Chain and 2 Sane Jewels. Again, this is going to be more set up for using Evasion Mantle, as we only have 1 level of Evade window. Now, the only thing we're losing here is 5% affinity by going from Wex 2 to Wex 1, but we gain Counter Strike level 3. So that way, if you ever do get hit, at least you're going to be getting some bonus damage out of it. There's also a few nuanced areas where you can hyper armor through things or have certain things happen to you that will activate Counter Strike without necessarily sending you flying. So having that huge extra damage boost from Counter Strike really pushes this build's EFR super, super high. When I had Counter Strike active and I was able to use the Evasion Mantle and get the Blade Scale loading extra spread shots, Certain times I was able to hit for over 100 damage per pellet on a spread shot, which is obscene. Again, this is still base wilds. We're not even into a master or G rank expansion yet. So I'll say it again, this is actually an extremely good setup. I definitely recommend giving it a try. Just one more time to reiterate, we will be playing this like Bo. You're gonna shoot, slide, shoot, slide, shoot, slide. You'll have infinite ammo. You'll be able to dodge through everything. It's nuts. It's nuts. I really hope you guys did enjoy this one. If you did, be sure to drop a like down below. Once again, big thanks to Damo and Harold and the other bowgun guys for helping cook up some awesome sets here for you guys. If you are interested in seeing more sets just like this, then do be sure to subscribe to the channel, as it's the best way to never miss an upload. But with all that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I wish you all a good day and happy hunting.